But there it is. Maybe we're going to get it. Dupe and Maddie, are we going to get the Rocket team up with the Penny Park? The question in everyone's mind, is it actually going to stay? Or are we just getting baited in the picking phase? But look, also, the best buds are teamed up. We've got Cap and Bucky. That's a first.
Yes!
Ooh, that's so exciting.
That is exciting. I also want to say though, Liger, you know, both you and I really want to see this Rocket and Penny matchup team up. But I'm wondering, I do wonder if it's just us. I'm worried that like we're both saying, oh, I'm so excited, but what if it's only just us?
I'll let you in on a little secret. Ground Zero Gaming, they've been cooking with this team up. I think we might win something amazing. I think they've put in the hours, they've got an idea, and I'd love to see them pull it off on the grand stage, on live tonight here, watching as we are here for Marvel Rivals Ignite, going in. We're on Krakoa again. We've already described how beautiful this map is, but let's get into this beautiful gameplay.
I think it's another bait and switch.
Damn, but it's okay. And then wait, it gets switched again. Dupe, I'm never going to forgive you. It's all right.
But we do get to see the Bucky and Captain America team up. That one wasn't a bait. It is still locked in, at least for this first fight coming up.
Yes, the stars are aligned for the Cap and Bucky team up. El Wosh already on the sidelines trying to get a bit of an advantage, get some information, trying to block out Six from getting damage. Frost on the left high ground, pushing onto point to match pace with Dupe. Oh, caught out with a rocket jump and Wolverine. Again, FMCL so consistent with it, but it's not going to be enough to take him down as Maddie's caught out by the shots from Wolverine. Oh, Joji pushing forward, taking out Dupe with a pistol whip. Boom, there it is. That's the one you want. Then Zenstar is getting shredded into an uppercut to get out of the ring. FMCL goes off the map for some reason. Oh my god, but it's a triple KO from Joji right there. There it is, feeling confident, feeling strong. PigTeam capture point and start up their percentage.
I'm a bit real, Liger. I was worried when I was talking up Joji that, you know, I might jinx it, I might cast a curse it, but Joji, very confident, and it is showing, being able to do so much damage, taking so many picks for PigTeam. I was about to tongue twist there myself, but Ground Zero, I'm sure they're coming back with a vengeance. No ultimates yet for both teams. Bit of a neutral fight coming through with 30% on the board for PigTeam.
Now eyes on the fact that Wolverine's a bit on the flank position. Oh, Whoosh going for a little bit of animation. Can the reset. Oh, taking out King Bob when you least expect the most. That is the power of a Cap in the backline. The dive is still there. The presence is there. Going once, never going to get shut down. Has so much HP to work with. So much sustain. Wait a minute. Is that another? Ooh, I believe the Kraken impact has winded up, has begun. Will the reset be there for Joji? Doesn't look like it, as they're going to have to back up for now. Wolverine slashing twice, slashing once. Going for Emma. Pushing Frost back. Is it going to be enough? As Wolverine goes in, do we see another grab? And there's a big group. Prison connecting. 1, 2x. Leak and Joji and Rock taken out. Zansari sets it up. Six cleans it up with King Bob and Duke getting one pick on Frost and Hoover having a blast of a time as Cap's there to stall. And it's just not enough as his Whoosh is taken down by Zenstari. Oh my goodness, Ricey, Zenstari just sets it up. Zenstari, one of the best groups in the region. The self-proclaimed best Vanguard in the region. Every day it's more and more true.
Zenstari there with the triple KO to take the point back. PigTeam sitting on 69%, but Ground Zero now being able to push their point percentage up as well. But out comes the assemble from Walsh, as well as Rubies. Won't miss from the Hawkeye, trying to find a pick, any pick. FMLCL going into the middle, but out comes a showtime from Long as well. And in return, Bob's boundary comes up, trying to keep everyone alive at 6. Doesn't care about the showtime. Taking down Weebo, who was not able to get much from their ultimate. Out comes a massive stun onto 3 people. PigTeam getting stunned out, but King Bob is the one that falls from Ground 06 with the raining from hell from heaven. Takes down Rock. And showtime is over, but it's back and forth between these two teams as they take each other's out. Team players out, 54% and counting for Ground Zero. And Ground Zero, though, with the final cleanup of the fight, take and stay in control of the point.
Ooh, and you love to see it, feeling confident, feeling good, taking back the pace they wanted. And oh, it's going to be a rough time for PigTeam to hopefully get the comeback, get the switch up, try to get back on the board. 69% for both squads right now, matching it up, heading to 70 for Ground Zero. There it is, FNCL in the front line, trying to get a sneaky catch. We know the lead is there, we know it's available. Ooh, we're going to have to retreat from now, but ultimately there's going to be a lot of a choice made here. Fly was trying to get on the flank, trying to get on that line, but he's caught out. What? Wuvo! Again, Wuvo cleaning house, taking out Wolverine when you least expected it. Zenstar there in the front line, gonna try to shut him down, getting it shredded by the... Oh! Catches out Joji with a clean KO into the Grudening again. The strangling prison is there. It catches one, it catches two. Six follows suit, takes out Run. Weaver getting caught out again, and then Wosh hitting the absolute legendary captain, assembling forward, pushing forward, taking space, taking names, taking them out of here. There it is. That's what you want from the Captain America. That is Wosh taking out Six, putting Hella down, and Dupe's there to respond in a bit of a slash, but it doesn't matter because the choke slam from Emma shuts him down as we see Zenstaro teleport in with the portal, hold out the stalls, going on to cap themselves. Is it going to be enough? There it is. It's a double KO for Frost, and they're going to turn the tides and cap it back.
What a fight coming out from PigTeam. I mean, for both of these two teams, Ground Zero holding their own. I thought I saw Zenstaro go to use their Grizz ultimate, but got stunned out. I'm not sure who it was, but it was absolutely insane from PigTeam, canceling that ultimate and being able to stay in the game, staying in this fight. Now sitting at 90%, there's going to be another overtime fight coming out as Frost goes through with the Emma Frost ultimate. Magneto being able, trying to ult in return, not able to find anyone. Six getting a pick onto Rubo, and now comes Helen raining down from the skies. It is an overtime fight like you've ever seen, with Six getting triple, quadra, penta with their ultimate. And no, my goodness, that is a Hexa indeed.
Woo! A Hexa cannon from Six on the Hella. Turning the tides in overtime, 99%. Can you believe it? A Hexa KO on our screens this evening on Krakoa. What an amazing performance from Six. What an amazing stellar performance from the squad. Feeling confident right there as they capture the Grove. There it is, right? See, I cannot believe it. They couldn't even see. They were throwing them in the boundary after the shot, and they believed in themselves. They started to track those hit markers. Then they knew, I can land this, I can get this, I can get these picks. Don't even worry about that boundary. Don't even worry about the sustain. I'm going to push through. That's the confidence on Six on this Hella. Just like Matt C called yesterday. Six is out here putting in the work as they always do in these amazing events.
Absolutely amazing gameplay coming out from Six, being able to turn that around for the team. I mean, it was such a close round between these two. PigTeam being able to bring it back while Ground Zero always had the higher percentage. PigTeam was there just clawing at the feet, at the ankles of Ground Zero, bringing it both to 99% each. But here we go with this next round. This is Carousel.
Yes, indeed it is. And the question on everyone's mind, do PigTeam have what it takes to flip the script and take it back and turn it around? Well, are Ground Zero going to walk away with this map on Krakoa? Again, Wosh in the back line, feeling confident, starting up the fight. Again, closer than ever to that final push with that absolute assembling potential that could be there. Then, of course, Maddie is on the sidelines, giving us a sustainable move. We do see there it is, the Eternal Bond dropping out just in time to match the pace from Joji's cracking impact. It's not going to get value. That's a well-timed Maddie AF Dog and Dagger ultimate right there, perfectly shutting down that power. A strangling prison goes out, but it's not going to be enough to set up the face for the KO. Falls as Six gets leaked out of here. Done and dusted. Frost returns the favor, taking out Six in the corner, catching him out off guard. There it is. Joji takes one. That's FMCL out of here with Roche taking out Maddie and Tube taking Joji. It's 1 for 1, bang for bang. But it looks like it's going to be in favor of PigTeam, who had the ultimate advantage. Still have 2 ultimates on the board for the next fight, maybe a 3rd with League, and then, of course, FMCL with the last stand ready for the next fight, and King Bob's invisible boundary will be there to answer as well.
Absolutely amazing play from PigTeam, being able to capture the point. First up here, looking at the ultimates available, we have Emma Frost as well as Psylocke. Would love to see how this PigTeam dances on the point. Of course, we also have a few ultimates from Ground Zero. They will have to be using them to get into the point, but Frost and Dance of the Butterflies are the first one to go live, taking as much space as possible. Ground Zero being able to stay alive with the boundary being used, Meteor being used as well, trying to target one person, gets 2 dunked onto Lick and Runk, and that is a team wipe. PigTeam are headed back to spawn.
Ooh, headed back to spawn. A rough time for PigTeam, but Duke feeling good with the double dunk, double KO, feeling confident. That's the way you want it from the Magneto. That's the way you want it from the unbanned Magneto, mind you. That is a rough day for PigTeam, knowing they can't return the favor with a Magneto of their own. The question here is, how are they going to hold it down? 17% in their favor. King Bob's giving them sustain they need. They're trying to back up onto point, get themselves into a better position. There it is right now, as we're seeing, of course, ready to drop that Eternal Bond to answer again for the Kraken impact, just like before. Time and organizers. There it is. Last stand from FMCL. Shred as much as they can. Go for the stand. It's not even there yet. They don't even need the stand. They're just going to shred. They're just going to claw. They're just going to go one after another and get the double KO. FMC later right there. Feeling confident with the last stand ready for the next fight. I thought it was used. It wasn't even used. That was just FMCL feeling the bloodlust rising, going forward, knowing that Matty AF's eternal bond was there to give him sustain that they needed. That's the way it's gotta be.
Exactly, FMCL going absolutely crazy. Still has the ultimate available as well, 55% and counting for ground zero here. They are still in control. PigTeam, while they were able to get the point first off, they need to try and get it again, but unfortunately, Frost has been taken out. PigTeam losing one of their important, vital vanguards, and now with one player down, they have to give up that space back to ground zero again.
They're going to have to give it up for now, but they're going to have to play into their ultimates coming up on the next fight. We do see a bit of a cheeky flank. I believe that's Wosh trying to set up an angle. Yep, again, straight for the Hellas, shutting down Six's damage, not allowing them to... Oh, it's just when you thought Wosh had the sustained. Six landed, shot off the shot. There's daggers were going straight into the back of Cap, and Eagle backstab.
Oh my.
Entangling with them right there, taking one. That's Lig, that's one, but that's a double KO. Feeling good. Six takes out one. FMCL taking out Joji. Frost is down. That's 96%, 97%, 98. Will they hit the 100? There it is, 99 to 108 times out. Done and dusted. And just when you think Woover could have made it with the dance of the butterfly, it was just too little too late. As Carousel's taken and Krakoa is taken by Ground Zero Gaming.
Ground Zero take that fight and take the first map in this best of 3 series against, of course, PigTeam. But oh my goodness, Ground Zero look absolutely amazing. And I just love that was the final fight there, and every single ultimate available to their hands was just used. All 5 ultimates available just right at the end. They knew they could do it at that 90% mark, and it was absolutely glorious to watch all the pixels on the screen.
Absolutely gross. And speaking of the pictures on the screen, I enjoyed the Future Foundation 2 Storm skin right there. You see that little showcase represent the skins we've been talking about that are in store now, right now. Make sure you head over to the Marvel Rival store and cop those amazing skins. My goodness, what a beautiful skin. Look, I'm a lore fan. I love my fantastic lore. I do look forward to that skin. I can't wait to see a thing play with the Future Foundation skin too. That'd be exciting. We did see a little hovering thing earlier. Ultron are just flyer meta royalty right now.
True. So I think my question was sort of relevant in the fact that, yes, Magneto does in fact counter Ultron, and we will be seeing one Magneto, but if I remember correctly, not the other.
Oh, Midtown. Here we go. Empire of the Eternal Midnight. Dracula taking over New York. Would you go to New York if Dracula took over Ricey? Just curious.
No. I don't think I'd survive, honestly, but would you? You are a fan. Are you a fan of Dracula in particular, or other Marvel Rival characters?
Listen, I've been to Boston. That's enough for me.
Yep.
I've been to Boston. I don't need to see the rest of the East Coast of America. I'm happy how down here in OCE represent, whether it's in Sydney, in Melbourne, all these players are playing across our amazing country, doing it up. And of course, in our neighboring regions in OCE, New Zealand, and neighboring islands, and all the folks in OCE doing it up, representing. We've got folks outside of OCE playing on these teams, still representing the squad, still representing their culture, their nationality, and doing it up. But let's get into the action with Wosh on the Captain America, a man of nationalism, just as it is, going forward, trying to push forward as Wuvo is also on the Punisher, shredding them in the backline, high ground defense, starting off for the P team.
Yeah, Wuvo doing a bit of damage as well, building up that ultimate charge, sitting at 25%, but so is most of the rest of the lobby as well. Of course, this is the first fight, but Maddie in the neutral, taking out Frost, taking out that Queen. That does mean that PigTeam, who are on defense, do have to fall back without their Vanguard, and Ground Zero building up a lot of ground with Runk now falling as well. No, one less strategist for PigTeam. Joji falls. It is going to now be a bit of a team cleanup by 6. 1, 2, 3.
And that is how you do it when you're facing the enemy with a tree by your side. Sorry, I had to try to make it rhyme. I felt it in the moment. I may have not stuck the landing, but the game's the game, and we go forward as Six is pushing forward, going forward. FMCL in the skies this time, taken to the skies on Torch. Oh, big fire slam, catching Frost out. They say Fire and Ice doesn't work together, and it definitely doesn't because FMCL is burning them up, even catching Joji on the side as double KO in their favor. With Six pushing forward alongside the Vanguard again. Magneto is just that little bit better so far, what we've seen, than Emma Frost right now. Maybe try to flip those bans in favor of your squad. But again, PigTeam are just not going to have that Magneto on their side, which means we're going to see FMCL cook in the skies. Not going to be much of a counter. Zenstar is also in the front line. It's crazy. Absolutely.
Ground Zero has built up quite a lot of time for themselves as well, already halfway through this point B section. And all the ultimates are available. Grid going out, so does the fire and metal going crazy. Taking down Lick, taking down Weevil. Out comes the showtime from Runk, but it is not enough with 3 of their members already being taken out. But they are stalling, they are trying to build as much time as possible. But Runk tries to get back to safety. But are they able to do Frost taken out off guard with that beautifully placed wall from Zenstar. Six taking down Frost. Ground Zero pushing, about to cap this second point.
Woo! Clean capture for them. Moving forward. 5 minutes 30 still in their time bank. That is going to be some confidence for Ground Zero. But PigTeam, they have a history here, especially on this corner of Main Street right now. They might change the tide. They might finally get their chance to shut down the momentum from FMCL on the back line. Going over the fence right there. Going for Joji when Joji least expected it. My goodness, what a pick. FMCL is just burning up a storm right now. Feeling so confident going forward, even ahead of their Vanguard line. But Frost is there to back up and try to give them a bit of something to stop FMCL's momentum. But it just is what it is. They're in the high ground, they're in the towers, they're in the towers trying to set it up. Question is the boundary gonna stop this fight from kicking off?
Well, it's definitely kicking off with quite a fashion. Weevil being used using the ultimate 2 and Six taking down Frost, who has switched off the range, by the way, but Six now using their raining hell from above and Duop with a double dunk. Lots of damage being done and dealt by Ground Zero. 4 minutes 30 on the clock, but I don't think they even need that much time. They are pushing those meterage. They are moving Herbie as fast and quickly as possible to the Fantastic Four Avengers area. And the showtime has started once again by Runk, but is it going to be enough? Armed and Dangerous coming out from Joji, but he is shut down. Immediately taken out by Duop, who has been taking out so many members of PigTeam. One more time, Wosh tries to do the absolute best with Emma to try and keep everyone away from the point, but it is not enough. Ground Zero take this map with over 4 minutes spare.
Over 4 minutes spared in their time bank. What? Is that a record of Marvel Rivals Ignite OCE this week? That is insane. They pushed and they didn't even, barely any momentum stopped. Oh my days. That right there is just the confidence of FMCL finally enabled on the Human Torch, feeling confident. Again, the Wolverine got target banned, but Ground Zero just got more than just signature picks in their arsenal. They got so many options, so much practice on different heroes, different metas, different optimizing strategies right there. And again, Magneto and Groot, what a lineup. How do you shut that down? Do PigTeam have the answer to that? Do they have the shred they need? They've got Weaver on the Punisher. It's pretty good, but the question is, do they need a little bit more? Roche is on the cap that can nullify a lot of the damage coming out from Six, which is allowing FMCL to fly clear. But what's a cap gonna do to a guy in the sky? It's very hard, very tough for a cap to handle a flyer. Ultimately, Frost as well on the Strange. Again, no Emma Frost, no Magneto on the side of PigTeam right now. Maybe that's what's causing a bit of struggle for them. But PigTeam right now, they've got to do everything they can to push with all their might to the end of the road. The question is, do they have what it takes with this lineup? Oh, hold on. I just spotted something.
Okay, yeah.
Hylock and Emma is here, which means we've activated the team up. That's right. Yep. We're going to see some mental projection and a bit of psionic seduction as well as some sonic disruption. It's going to be exciting to see this.
They bait and switched once again. No, that is so true. Frost back on the Frost. I do wonder where the name of Frost, the player of PigTeam, comes from, whether or not they are an Emma Frost name, or if it's main, or if it's just a coincidence. But Zenstar here on the grid has, in fact, trapped Joji and taken them out here on this first push from PigTeam on attack.
There it is right there, feeling confident, holding it down, pushing forward. But Ground Zero, even though they're called Ground Zero, they're on the high ground. Call them High Ground Zero today because that's where they are right now. They're flaming on. They're feeling good. FMCL pushing forward more than you expected Duels to. He's just checked out, confident, knowing that King Bob is there to back him up, give him the sustain again. That fantastic 4 team up will put in the work, will give sustain to FMCL, and 6 is there with Matty AF, with the Snowflake, feeling confident, feeling boosted, feeling the power, and there it is, shot off the shot. Joji right now fighting around the pillar against 6. 6 is farming hard, going forward. Zensari on the high ground, trying to fight them on the bridge. Will it be enough for them to push forward? We're going to see potentially a flame-on charge as FMCL goes on Joji. That's exactly what you want to see. King Bob setting it up. There he goes. That's a boundary coming from Lick to respond. Will we see a boundary coming from Bob to respond? Lick gets 1. That's 2. That's FMCL and 6. Turning the tides a bit over here. Wash going down on Matty AF, and there it is. And that's the one that you want right there as they turn it around, get the push going, and put Ground Zero back in spawn. That's the Pig team we love to see. That's the Pig team that puts on a show and reminds them they're here. They're ready. It's go time. Let's get Herbie around the corner and let's get pushing down Main Street.
Speaking of putting on a show, there is the fate of both modes available for both teams in this fight, but King Bob also has that boundary available, so 2 strategist ultimates available for Ground Zero, but the first one is going to be FMLC's Human Torch ultimate and Groot as well, but Groot gets stunned out and Sari's ultimate is cancelled. This is a boundary coming up from Bob to try and keep all the teams alive, but FMCL with the ultimate and 6 going absolutely crazy. Pig team wiped out, back to spawn, but with 1 minute 47 left on the clock.
1 minute 45 now, as it looks like they're feeling good. They got some time to still work with. They did manage to burn a lot of ultimates from Ground Zero. No Supernova, no taking Skies, no taking a Boundary. They're only going to have an Strangling Prison coming up in the next fight. A big Bandito Meteor there as well. But again, Matty AF is ready with the fate of both worlds, ready to counter any of the damage that could possibly come from Wuvo's Dance of the Butterflies. The question is, are they going to dance hard? Are they going to dance strong? It's a battle of who's going to dance better than the other right now, because that is probably going to decide the next fight as we go into a Captain America starting the assemble. There he goes as Zenstar sets up the Ironwood wall, sets it up as well, hits the dance of the butterfly, going for the backline, trying to slash one, trying to slash twice, takes out King Bob, tries to go for 6, 6 gets out of there with the crow sweep, and then Joji shredding on the Punisher, shotguns out, breaking the Ironwood walls, pushing forward, Watch takes 6, Zenstar falls to Joji, Joji takes a double, taking out FMCL into a triple KO to push past the first section and get into the inside of the subway. That's the way you want it. Pig team getting the momentum back just when the numbers are down on them.
Yeah, Herbie being pushed past that first point. It was getting a little bit dire there. Pig team definitely aren't going as quickly as Ground Zero was, but they are still traveling. They are still moving. But all the ultimates were used by both teams in that fight. So this is a little bit of a neutral until, of course, FMCL gets the Human Torch ultimate back on live. And here it is, popped immediately to try and get back in control of the point. Herbie now being contested as well. She gets stunned out. So still manages to just survive as Fate of Both World is being used by Rung to keep them alive. Now Boundary being used by Bob immediately to keep all of their Ground Zero team alive. It is a battle of the strategists. Assemble from Walsh, pushing forward, pushing as far as they can, but Frost is the one that gets taken out despite Joji popping the Punisher ultimate. 6 gets taken out. Rivo traded its back and forth, and the point and Herbie still being pushed forward. Zensari being frozen round at this corner, but it doesn't matter as Runk, Lick, Joji all get taken out. Ground Zero back in control. 2 minutes left. Pig team have to get as fast as they can to Herbie.
Let's go. That's the way you want it. That's how it's going to be. Zenstar again shutting them down when you least expected it, trying to play dancing around the corners, feeling confident, knew that they could throw a little sneaky Strangling Prison there, setting up the angle, couldn't even see their team, but FMCL was there to respond. Good comms, good maneuvers, and there it is, Pig team flanking around with the higher ground portal on top of the broken subway. Is it going to be enough for them to take the train station directly to Victory City? And the question is 6 going to take Wash out again on the sidelines that we've seen it too often before, freezing the group? Will it be enough for Frost to taking a lot of damage? Invisible Boundary goes up from Lick to keep him sustained, to keep him powered up. Another Boundary dropping up. Another Meteor. Will it go around the corner? Yes, it will. And it catches out and KOs Lick. And there goes Runk. And that's the one. FMCL following suit on Joji. The dance of both worlds is there. Ready to sustain him. And oh, there it goes. 1 minute 10 on the clock. And Dube takes out Wuvo as well. And there it is. They hold it down. GZ feeling confident. A couple more defenses under their belt. And they take this 2-0. The question is, do Pig team have what it takes to turn it around? They've got Agamotto ready. Is it going to set them up?
Agamotto is available, and that is the only ultimate right now, but they definitely are desperate with 50 seconds left on the clock. If they do not push this Herbie past this point at all, it's going to be difficult for them. And as FMCL takes down Lick, Rubo, Joji, they're all falling. PigTeam is falling apart with only 30 seconds left. They have to regroup and get back to the point as fast as they can. It's going to be going down to the absolute wire, absolute last seconds.
We're so close. Hang on.
Exactly as you said, down here we go, down to the subway. 15 seconds left. Six is lining it up. The fate of both worlds is kicking off from Rock as FMCL's on the point. Going for the backline, goes with the fire slam, goes another one to the backline. The boundary's there to keep him sustained. Wovo is taken out by FMCL, burning up a stone. Who's going to get the next pick with Six taking out Frost? That's the one you want. Then Wosh gets taken out by 5-6, and then Cube takes out Wosh. It's a Joji taking out FMCL. Return to the table.
Wait.
And then Sorry falls. Wait a minute, Six. Joji taken down. There's still some life here. Six is holding it down. Takes to the skies. Overtime's ticking down. Do we see the Hella unleashed and taking out Run and zoning them out? Enter the triple KO to end it and take the second map. Take Midtown and take this series 2-0 in favor of Ground Zero Gaming.
Ground Zero walk away with this 2-0 victory against PigTeam. PigTeam, they nearly managed to touch the point. I mean, they were touching the point, but they weren't able to win that fight, though they got extremely close. FMCL taking the MVP here for Ground Zero Gaming, putting in on quite a lot of damage from the skies on Human Torch.
Yes, they did. And look at that amazing track record right there. Insane, almost 40k healing from the Runk right there. Lick even getting the MVP with insane damage blocked, absolutely shutting them down with the boundary after boundary after boundary. FMCL, though, was there to answer the response, was there to do it up, and Shred, you got to give it to the Torch. Torch was flying hard, flying hot, feeling confident, feeling everything you want as a Torch player right there, enabled by King Bob, MVP last round. Now hovering over and giving MVP to FMCL. But I got to say, in my heart, honestly, the performance by Zenstari absolutely staying